Desert Travelogue.
When you tell folks you're going to Palestine, you might get a few surprised looks in return. Fair enough. This region has long been affected by Middle Eastern tensions and is currently mired in political instability caused by disputes over regions, boundaries, settlements, and annexations. These issues don't appear to be getting any better anytime soon. But if you go beyond the headlines and get a chance to speak with the people who are most impacted by its conflict with Israel, you'll undoubtedly come away with a fresh understanding of their suffering and aspirations for peace. Given the convoluted circumstances, there are probably even more questions than there are answers. Israel and Palestine continue to love one another in spite of the turmoil. The ancient kingdoms of Egypt, Israel and Judah, the Persian Empire, Alexander the Great and his successors, the Hasmoneans, the Roman Empire, multiple Muslim caliphates, and the Crusaders all had sovereignty over Palestine, the home of Judaism and Christianity. The word Palestine derives from Philistia, the name given by Greek writers to the land of the Philistines, who in the 12th century BC occupied a small pocket of land on the southern coast, between modern Tel Aviv-Yafo and Gaza. Travelers to Palestine quickly discover that the population is extraordinarily polite, welcoming people and proud history. The official and predominant language of the Palestinians is Palestinian Arabic, which has a distinctive dialect. Visitors will quickly discover that Palestine is much more than just the center of the Holy Land, in addition to being home to delectable food, excellent wines, pricey sweets, centuries-old artifacts, historic cities, and even the famous Dead Sea. The distinctive characteristics of Palestinian cuisine set it different from other cuisines worldwide and from that of its surroundings. Food has a vital role in Palestinian culture. Food is a part of everything, from daily living to special occasions. Mujadara. The adage, "A hungry man would sell his soul for a meal of mujadara," refers to mujadara. You will confirm this after trying the dish. In addition to mujadara, you may hear people refer to this dish as majadra, madadra, etc. Taboon, flatbreads. This gigantic circular flatbread has a crispy and chewy texture with airy pockmarks all over its surface. It is prepared in a special clay oven. Kataif, also known as folded pancakes, is the dish that first comes to mind when you mention Ramadan to any Palestinian. Grebe butter cookie. Made with ground almonds, grebe is a shortbread cookie. These cookies are frequently given as gifts to visitors during Ramadan and Eid. And many more delectable food options. The region's abundance of beauty is unaffected by the tension and is well worth a visit for historians and enthusiasts of the aesthetic alike. Despite Israel and the Palestinian territories continually filling the headlines with chaos and strife, there is one aspect of stability that remains. You won't be let down if you check out the top locations to visit in Palestine to experience its overwhelming splendor. Please subscribe to our channel before we start. Gaza, often known as Gaza City, is the largest city in the state of Palestine with a population of 590,481 as of 2017. It is a Palestinian metropolis located in the Gaza Strip of Gaza City, is one of the oldest towns in the world, and is situated on the Mediterranean coast, 32 kilometers north of the Egyptian border. Ancient Gaza was a thriving commercial hub and a stop on the caravan route between Egypt and Syria because of its strategic location on the Mediterranean coastline route. In the early Iron Age, Gaza was a significant Philistine metropolis and the home of Dagon, the Canaanite god of fertility. Several times in the Bible, Gaza City is mentioned, particularly in relation to the legend that Samson destroyed the Philistine temple there. The region's economic hub, where citrus fruits and other crops are farmed, is Gaza City. The city is well known for its pottery, wicker furniture, and hand-woven carpets. Gaza, which is renowned for its fresh seafood as well, offers a large number of restaurants along the beach as well as open spaces where people may take in the soothing Mediterranean wind. Jericho. The Jericho Governorate of the State of Palestine has its administrative headquarters at Jericho, a Palestinian city in the West Bank. With Jerusalem to the west and the Jordan River to the east, Jericho is situated in the Jordan Valley. One of the world's oldest continually inhabited cities is thought to be Jericho. Jericho is referred to as the City of Palms. A natural oasis, the city has numerous springs. Massive walls surrounded the ancient city, which were the first fortifications constructed for military protection. At more than 800 feet below sea level, it is the world's lowest city. More than 14,000 people call it home, many of whom are refugees from nearby nations. Muslims make up the majority of the population. Hebron, a Palestinian city, is located in the southern part of the West Bank. Located 19 miles, 30 kilometers, south of Jerusalem. It is tucked away in the Judean mountains at a height of 930 meters, 3,050 feet. The West Bank's second largest city. It contains the Cave of the Patriarchs, which is designated as the final resting place of three significant patriarchal/matriarchal couples in Jewish, Christian, and Islamic faiths. The city is frequently regarded as one of the four holiest cities in both Islam and Judaism. The Al-Ibrahimi Mosque/the Tomb of the Patriarchs, whose structures are in a compound established in the 1st century AD to protect the patriarch Abraham/Ibrahim and his family's tombs, served as the town's main attraction. Each of the three monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, became pilgrimage centers to this location. Hisham's Palace. A magnificent palace in the desert. The construction of Hisham's Palace took place between 720 and 750 AD. Additionally, it is referred to as Herbet al-Mafjar, which loosely translates to flower water ruins. Although it bears Hisham bin Abdul Malik's name, many have suggested that al-Walid bin Yazid, Hisham's nephew and successor, would have been more suited to the alluring palace's design and layout. Walid had quite a playboy lifestyle, and his palace, which was mostly utilized for luxury, complemented it. The mosaics in the palace are a must-see for anybody who appreciates beauty. Khan al-Umdan. Ottoman-era Khan al-Umdan Khan in the port of Acre is a constructed village from the 18th century called the Khan. It was divided into two stories when it was constructed by Ahmed al-Jaza. Merchants who had just arrived from the sea would unload their wares on the first floor, while they would spend the night on the upper floor. Despite being constructed with practicality in mind, the building has a stunning architectural design. The Khan of Acre is quite a spectacular sight, with cave-like parts lining the two levels and resting on rows of granite pillars. Ruins at Sebastia. Ruins of Samaritan palaces and Byzantine churches in the stunning region of Nablus. The ruins of Sebastia are just waiting to be enjoyed by locals and tourists alike. The site features the ruins of Samaritan palaces, Byzantine churches and Hellenic watchtowers. In the same vicinity, tourists can see the Ottoman railway station, before settling down for the night in one of the renovated Byzantine rooms. Visiting the ruins is truly a unique experience, where the tall ruins of pillars, houses and temples will have you slipping into another era entirely. Haram al-Sharif. Mount Haram al-Sharif, the holy sanctuary. Jews and Muslims both respect the Haram al-Sharif. According to Jewish tradition, the complex was erected above Herod's historic temple. One of the most revered mosques in Islam, known to Muslims as the Dome of the Rock, is located here. It is thought to be the spot where the Prophet Muhammad's ascension to heaven took place. The dome is profoundly beautiful. It stands out as a lone golden dome among the bustle of Jerusalem, banked by the Wailing Wall, where throngs assemble every day. Herodian. Location of Herod the Great's tomb. Herod the Great made his mark atop a hill that had been cut off into a cone. A palace, fortification, and small town that were constructed between 15 and 23 AD can be found in the Judean desert. Some amazing findings were made during the artificial hills excavation, which is located at the highest point of the Judean desert. Herodion's ruins are still visible, and they resemble the imagined city of Atlantis in their otherworldly appearance. Even while seeing this spectacular site being built is fantastic, actually seeing it is almost overpowering. Visitors will undoubtedly be shocked by the intriguing remnants of this unusual stronghold. The Holy Sepulchre Church. The location of the crucifixion. This is one of the holiest places in the world for Christians, since it is where Jesus of Nazareth was crucified and buried. Despite its religious significance, this church is more beautiful than any other, its history included. The inside is eye-catching, elaborate and colorful. Even just taking in the church's atmosphere is worthwhile. Many visitors visit the church to cry and touch the Golgotha stone, where it is thought that the cross was laid. Anyone with a keen eye for architecture shouldn't miss the building, which has towering dome-shaped ceilings and an old construction. Temple of Temptation Monastery. Mountaintop Monastery. Jesus is alleged to have been tempted by the devil on the Mount of Temptation during his 40-day fast. A monastery has been erected on the cliff-like face of this mountain. Visitors are stunned when they eventually catch a glimpse of the monastery across the desert because it blends with the mountain stone. This was destined to rank among the most beautiful spots in Palestine due to the breathtaking vistas it offers both from inside the monastery and from below. The monastery has a fanciful, otherworldly feel to it because it is built into a rock. Gethsemane. The Garden of Gethsemane, where it is thought that Jesus prayed before being caught and carried to be crucified, is located at the base of the Mount of Olives. This garden has a path running through it, numerous old olive trees, and patches of lovely green grass. The tranquil atmosphere that allows tourists to stroll through the gardens and take in the peace it offers is its most noteworthy feature. The gardens are a wonderful natural paradise and must be visited. The best places to visit in Palestine are now at your disposal. In the comments section, share your experience. To subscribe, make sure to click the notification bell. Remain blessed.